Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Code Realized Guardian of Rebirth. And okay, my screen was just being all wonky there for a second. Yes, so we're at the end here. So we have one choice left to make: normal route and then the good route. So we'll probably, I'm assuming, get down the normal path in this episode, unless this chapter is really freaking long, but it doesn't seem like it. So, anyway, I'm grateful for everyone's kindness. I watch from the window as they all leave our lodgings, then slowly shut my eyes. The image of Saint Germain's face floats into my mind. Oh, his beautiful stabby face. His face when he opened up to me about his true feelings and wept. He must have always been crying like that behind his smile. Ever since the incident that caused the Black Plague several hundred years ago. I bet we're going to find out it's not what happened. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. He's been crying and yet unable to release his tears. Hold on, Saint Germain. I will save you. I will never die. Determined, I start thinking, what do I have that I can use as ammunition when speaking with Omnibus? For several days after that, I have to wait patiently. Lupin left first, saying that he had a lead to follow. The others leave afterwards, and soon everyone is running around, investigating Omnibus. Victor is looking for information through a connection in the Royal Society. Van Helsing is looking into traces of idea throughout London's criminal underground. Impey is my bodyguard. Impey is useless. He's decent as a bodyguard, but I mean, it's just funny. Like, Impey can't do crap, so he's just hanging out here with me. But he's been saying that if any of the idea apostles who are after me appear, he'll capture and question them. But luckily or unluckily, there's been no sign of the apostles so far. As all this has been taking place, I've been racking my brain, trying to think of how I can negotiate with Omnibus. I'll be up against a guardian of history who's been controlling the world from behind the scenes for thousands of years. I don't think she'll change her ways if I simply ask politely. Stab her. So far, everything is in Omnibus's court. I don't have a single card to play that I could use to get her to agree with me. If only there was something that can make Omnibus flinch. If only I had something that I could use against her, that I could use to possibly manipulate her. Even as my mind scrambles to find a solution, the others make no progress with their investigations over the next several days. But even if we do locate Omnibus, I don't have any means to negotiate with her, so there's nothing I could do now anyway. Even now, Saint Germain must be... I know saying these things won't improve the situation one bit, but I grow so restless that I can't think straight. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Yes? It's me, Victor. Can I come in? Hold on. Victor, you don't look so well. Are you all right? Don't worry. I just haven't been getting much sleep. As Victor enters the bedroom, I notice dark circles under his eyes. Oh, you poor baby. He's older than Lupin, but he doesn't look it. He looks 12, but well, not really. He looks like he's the baby. I don't doubt when they're like, "Oh, he's 25." Okay. Yeah, but the rest of them should be like in their 30s. Like that's how little he is. He's so adorable and cute. How are you older than Lupin? You're so cute. Oh god, this game kills me. I love it so much. I can see at a glance that he's been working nonstop for the past few days. So, what is it? Did you find something while you were investigating? Unfortunately, no. But there's something I wanted you to hear. As he says this, he takes something familiar out of his pocket. A beautiful pendant in a glass case. Is that Finis's pendant? Yes, I was looking into this little by little whenever I could find the time. Basically, it seems that my theory was correct. That this pendant and the horologium are connected? Yes, this is unmistakably a key item that can transform the horologium into the Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone? I remember when I picked up this pendant in the underground facility, the sensation I felt, like the horologium had been pulsating. It didn't amount to much as Victor had intervened, but just thinking about it frightens me. As I explained then, once the Philosopher's Stone is completed, your poison will run out of control. So, to avoid any accidents, what we really should do is dispose of this pendant. He shakes his head as he says this, then tucks the pendant into his shirt. Right when he does this, I stop him, calling out, "Wait, Victor! If that pendant is brought close to me, my horologium will turn into a Philosopher's Stone." Well, theoretically. Then Victor, can I borrow that pendant? Borrow? What do you want it for? We're gonna threaten Omnibus with it. I will turn myself into poison and kill everyone if you don't let him go, bitch. I like it. I like that idea a lot. Threaten her. I might be able to use it in speaking with Omnibus. His face grows tense in an instant. He shakes his head with a stern look, having obviously guessed my intentions. If you're planning to do what I think you're planning to do, there's no way I could agree to that. It's too dangerous. Or we could be like, look, I'm going to use this on myself. I'm going to turn myself into poison and I'm going to kill a fuck ton of people. Or I'll give you the pendant and you let him go and we'll be good. You let us both go and you save millions of people. Otherwise, I'm going right into London and I'm going to kill everybody. Bitch. Nice. Yes. We are awesome at being evil. But one up you, Omnibus. Think you're evil. Be evil. Evil, nice old lady. She seems like such a nice old lady and she's so evil. God. There's no way I could agree to that. It's too dangerous. I think we read that already, but I don't remember. But I won't be able to save Saint Germain unless I have that kind of resolve. Please, Victor, let me have the pendant. I can use this pendant and myself as my trump card in discussion with Omnibus. The method I'm thinking of is definitely a dangerous one. One mistake could lead to a catastrophe. Victor looks down at the pendant with a bitter expression, perhaps because he knows what I'm thinking as well. You would go that far to save the Count? Saint Germain risked his life to save me, and he's probably risking his life at this very moment. That's why it's my turn. It's my turn to risk my life to save him. Oh, we risked our life for you too, sweetie pie. Don't worry. We would risk our life for all of our boys, because we love all of you that much. Oh, we didn't really risk our life for Impey, but, whatever. Whatever, I mean, I guess kind of we did, didn't we? Yeah. The long, drawn-out silence is a direct reflection of Victor's indecision. But eventually, he silently nods, giving in. Fine. But can you give me some time? I'll prepare a case for you so that you can carry this around. Thank you. That would be helpful. Just as I sigh in relief, there's a rough knock on the door. Victor knocks gently. It's probably frickin' Van Helsing, because I just imagine him pounding. Who is it? Oh god, it's Lupin. Huh. It's me, Lupin. I found it. Idea's headquarters. Oh, he's excited. I wouldn't think Lupin would pound, but I guess in excitement. Oh my god. I'm so fabulous. I found it. Of course he did. I hadn't seen him around for the past few days. It looks like he'd gone all the way to my old home in Wales. Their headquarters is in my living room? Well, never would have saw that coming. I figured from the way Finnis was talking that Isaac must have known something about Idea. And I was right. I found this at the old mansion. Lupin presents us with a slightly worn, leather-bound notebook. Most of the letters written in it seem to be gibberish. I'm just really surprised, can I just point out for a second, that all this, let's find, Isaac, oh my god. They wouldn't have gone back to the house that he kidnapped her from, and they're like, oh, maybe we should start there. That was his fucking house. Ew. Nobody thought to ever go there and check for Isaac. I'm just saying. I mean, they're handsome, but I guess they're not that smart. I don't know. Yeah, okay. But the writing itself looks familiar. Is this Father's handwriting? Meaning that these are his handwritten notes. Yep. It looks like these are his notes regarding his research into Idea. He encrypted it, and it took me a while to decode, but it says where Idea's base of operations is. I love the sound of the paper turning, and I just love the fact there's just something about that sound that is just, I just love it. It sounds so good, and I don't know. I don't know why. it triggers something in my brain that's like, I just love that! And it makes me happy. I don't know why. It's weird. Lupin spreads out his translation of the book in front of us, and we all look at them. In Western Britain, in the depths of the forest that those on Earth refer to as the Forest of Fog. Right, that's where Idea's headquarters are. I'm 99% sure. That's where Omnibus is? Spacey, it's a good thing that we found Idea's location, but are you ready? Yeah, I mean, it's ultimately up to you whether or not your negotiation will work. I'm not totally confident, but I have a plan for our discussion. I explained the details of the plan I came up with to them. Their reactions are the same as Victor's. The more I explain, the sterner their faces grow. Ugh, look at Lupin. Impei's like, I don't think I like this, and Lupin is like, I will kill you. Using your own life as a bargaining chip. Are you serious? I can't support this. It's too dangerous for you. Lupin is especially against the idea, but right? This is the perfect one to do right before his, because I feel like in this one he's way more like clingy to us. Like, and I don't mean like clingingly, but you know what I mean? He's way more like the other ones. He's like, well, whatever you want to do. Like, I don't agree. Now he's like, no, Spacey, no. He's like smacking us with a newspaper, like, bad girl, you're not doing that. And he's just like so much angrier at us about things, like angry in his way, which is bitchy. But I don't know. I love it. So I feel like it's perfect because I almost feel like in the very beginning it was like, oh, okay, whatever. Oh, you're happy. That's great. Oh, my. Like, whatever. Like, or Impei, really? And now he's like, no. It's like me loving the Count is just like offensive to him slightly, but he doesn't want to admit it because he's secretly in love with us. And then we do his path. It's just, I don't know. The transition is great. I don't know. Lupin is especially against the idea, but please, there's really no other way. In any case, there isn't enough time left for us to explore another option. In the end, everyone reluctantly agrees to cooperate. A few hours later, after some preparations, we all leave our lodgings, heading toward the headquarters of Idea. Train! Perhaps it's because we decided to board at the last minute. We have to sit apart from one another on the train on our way to our destination. Lupin is the only one seated next to me. 'Cause he loves us secretly. As I let the train's motion rock me gently, I think about what's to come. I'm going to speak with Omnibus in order to preserve Saint Germain's life. I have no idea if everything will go according to my plan, but I know for certain that my life will be at risk during this negotiation. Even worse, there's no guarantee that I'll be coming back to the others. Hey, Lupin? I slowly shift my gaze to Lupin, who's looking out the window. Thank you for saving me. That was out of the blue. What's gotten into you? I just had to tell you. If you hadn't stolen me away that day, I wouldn't be here right now. No, it would totally be a bad path. I stole you because I wanted to. There's no need to thank me. God, he's so dreamy. Lupin grimaces and shakes his head, then goes back to looking out the window. Still looking away, he speaks quietly, as if a thought had just occurred to him. If you're lost or afraid, you don't have to do this. I'll be there for you. I will love you in place of the Count. That's really what he wants to say. What? No one's going to blame you if you run away now. If anyone does, I'll shut them up and take you away with me. Oh my god, he's so in love with us. It's not even funny. Oh my god, he is so fucking in love with us. And that's kind of what I love. Like, obviously the true ending for the game, like the canon, is Lupin's path. But I like the fact that, like, he never, like, they're all, of course, like, Impei's always like, I wish it was me every time because he's a horn dog and he can't keep it in his pants. And he's just Impei. But, like, I feel like you don't really see it. So, like, but maybe in all the other ones, like, maybe I just didn't really notice, or he'd be like, oh, really, them? Oh, okay, well. Like, it's almost like you're in alternate universes. Like, oh, I'm like with Amnesia Memories. Each one is a different world where you have a different life and a different boyfriend. But this is the same, supposed to be the same world, but it's almost like parallel where I'm choosing this person or this person. And like, really from the get-go, you should have chosen Lupin. You know what I mean? It's almost like, oh, I made decisions and I fell in love with Saint Germain. And he's like, it should have been me. And then you're like, I'm in love with Impei. It should have been me. Van Helsing, it should. Well, I mean, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Especially this, and this is just. It gives you that feeling that you're seeing like the different like world, but like it's all. I mean, it always like that's what the game is. The game is leading to Lupin, right? That's the path we're supposed to go down. But obviously, you can't till the end. But like now more than ever, he's very much being like, I'll take you away with me. I'll take care of you. You shouldn't do this. And he's being all defensive and like lovey kind of in his own strange way. Like you can see it coming out. And it's almost perfect that this is the path right before we do his. And if there was a like set order of how you should do them, I feel like Saint Germain should have been last. Just because one, it's a trip and a half. Because hello, all the other ones you're like, oh, we're gonna have nice romantic, and all of a sudden you're like, and he's trying to kill me. I didn't see that coming. I was not prepared for that. I should have been. I played Amnesia Memories. I should have fucking known there was gonna be some weird asshole try to stab me or put me in a cage or something. I just was not expecting them this. I was like, look, they're all gonna be nice and wonderful, and Saint Germain is motherfucking crazy. And I was not prepared. So I am glad we did this one last. I'm so fucking glad because I'm like, I have no idea what's coming. Not a clue. To do last. Plus, this little Lupin kind of, I'll take care of you if you want to abandon Saint Germain, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It does remind me a little of Osmavia, which I'm so fucking sad we can't play because the developer is just mean and won't let you play past a certain point on YouTube, which sucks. It's been 2 years since the game came out. Like, get over it. But like because you go down a path and one of the options, like there's so many different characters that you can romance, so it's like a lot of gameplay, which would have been a lot of fun. But you go down a path like, oh, we're going down Saint Germain's route, and then like, I'm gonna switch to Lupin, and you can switch characters. You can go down this person's path and switch to someone else, and it totally changes the way the ending is, and it's totally different. I think when you switch of a different ending than it is if you go down that character to begin with. So it's like it's just this little added layer. So, I mean, I'm kind of glad this one doesn't do that because I just feel like that would be so confusing and we'd be here for freaking forever playing this. But at the same time, you're like, it'd be so funny to have this decision like, maybe you're right, or no, we have to save Saint Germain, and you're like, maybe you're right, and we just run away with Lupin. Blindsided! Didn't see it coming! That would have been fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't do those things in their games, but God, that'd be fucking the whole added level to this game. Like, oh my God. Anyway, Lupin looks straight at me. If I agree to it right now, he'll probably take me somewhere far away, like he did before. This is a perfect choice. Like, yes, switch to Lupin and run away with him, or nope, stick on Saint Germain's path. You know what I mean? Oh my God, that'd be so great. But I shake my head from side to side. Thank you for looking out for me, Lupin. But it's fine. I've thought through this and made the decision on my own. I see. So you're sure? Look at how sad he looks! Look at those sad, beautiful eyes! We broke his precious little heart. If things go wrong, you might never be able to feel the warmth of human contact. I mean, I already can't, so whatever. It's fine. Saint Germain showed me what it's like to touch another person. He's like, whoa! I look over at Lupin and smile. Saint Germain touched me. Despite my poison, he took my hand. He put my hand to his cheek and said it was warm. I mean, I felt his melty flesh, and I really hope someday I can touch someone's skin without it melting all over me and burning a hole through them, where I can feel their cheekbones, literally. But you know, hey, it worked. I mean, who else gets to touch your face and then slowly feel your muscles and then your bones and then your brain? I mean, most people don't get to have their hand literally in your fucking head. This game is disturbing. Anyway, that's why I'm all right. I'm not afraid anymore. I mean, I saw his face melt off, so really nothing could be scarier than that. I see. He beat me to it. Oh, see, he's so in love with us right now. It's great. Lupin directs his gaze absent-mindedly at the train's ceiling. I look at him again. Thank you for looking out for me, Lupin. It's totally clueless, not that he's in love with us. You've been thanking me a lot lately. You've done so much for me. I really can't say it enough. I see. He falls silent and continues watching the scenery go by outside the window. I open my mouth to speak once more, but hold back the words that I want to say. At the moment, it feels like no words are necessary at all. We leave the train at the station closest to our destination, then continue on foot for a while. By the time we enter the area described as the Forest of Fog on Father's note, it's almost dark. It is almost dusk. Not dark, dusk. Ooh, pretty new background. This is pretty. I like it. So this is where idea reddish light shines through the tree branches and leaves. Uh, Reddish lights shines through the tree branches and leaves, somehow making everything look eerie. I think it's pretty. None of us have spoken since we entered the forest. Even Impey, who's always going on about something, has been very quiet today. Everyone is probably nervous, thinking about what's to come. Mm-hmm. Oh, but I like that background. Ooh! And this is like the same one but flipped, and now there's fog. I don't know. It looks like it to me because like the little funky tree right there was on the other side, and I don't know. I don't know if that tree was on far right there, but I don't know how long we walk. As the forest name suggests, a dense fog begins to surround us. As the sky grows darker, the fog grows thicker. Oh! Soon there's so much fog around us that I can't see anything. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's up with this fog? Huh. Stay close, everyone. We call out to each other as we cautiously move forward. Everybody hold hands! Everybody link arms and let's go skipping. La, 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 la. Then. Ooh! The fog suddenly clears and the forest's atmosphere shifts dramatically. Oh, it really is the exact same one. It was just flipped. I love this one. I love this forest. Ideas Forest, a vast forest believed to be the home of. Wait. Oh, it's like a weird owly bird. It's not really like a whoo. It's like a. It's like a really weird, like some kind of weird owl thing. Anyway, I'm sorry, it just distracted me. I was like, what is that beeping noise? It's supposed to be a bird. Okay. Ideas Forest, a vast forest believed to be the home of the mysterious Idea Organization. Strange phenomena appear in it, such as dense fog or eerie glows at night. Ooh, I love this forest. Although the little bubbles look like they have scary faces in them, don't they? Like that one right smack dab in the middle. I can't point to it, but you know the one I'm talking about. It looks like there's a scary face in it. It's creepy. No creepy anyway. And there's like a giant one off to the right there by that tree that's kind of like on the right side. But it's like you can see half the face, but the other one's like way more prevalent, right smack dab in the top middle of the screen. You're like, whoa, hi, scary face in the bubble. Anyway, the fog suddenly clears and the forest atmosphere shifts dramatically. I gasp at the scene that suddenly appears before me. Did the sun completely set while we were walking through that fog? It's completely dark now. The trees stand tall, blocking any light from coming through. I'm still able to barely make out my surroundings, perhaps because some faintly luminous bubble like things float nearby with scary faces in them. It's like we're deep underwater. Ooh. I turn around to see if anyone else agrees with me. However, Lupin and the others are nowhere to be seen. There's just an endless row of trees. The people who had been there a moment ago suddenly disappeared. Okay, that's scary. And the scene in the forest has a dreamlike quality. I've felt this before. Omnibus. Could it be Omnibus? Ooh, purple flash. Ooh, what's she doing? As if in answer to my question, a glowing butterfly flutters my way. After circling me twice, the butterfly slowly flies ahead into the forest. Are you telling me to follow you? Never follow trippy butterflies, sweetie. Unless his name is Absalom. Absalom, is that you? I'll follow you anywhere because you sound like Alan Rickman. Oh, that makes me sad now. Anyway, I know all too well how dangerous it can be to act on my own, but I can't see any of my friends, no matter how hard I look around me. Is she like literally like turning her head and glaring into the like? You're not really. You can't look any harder than just like looking around. Did you search under a bush? Maybe they're hiding in the shrubberies. If this is Omnibus's doing, waiting here won't do me any good. That is the truth, though. I guess I don't have a choice. I mark a spot on a tree next to me, just in case. and cautiously start walking through the forest after the butterfly. And that's when the little hobbity gnomes come out and switch the arrow and point the other direction, just like you're in the labyrinth. Woo, which is topical because every once in a while, Saint Germain looks like David Bowie in Labyrinth. Hello! Some Alice in Wonderland shit, some Labyrinth going on. This is a trippy ass path, I'm just telling you. I don't know how long I've been walking. And the tree's reversed! But I see a bright, sunny spot up ahead. What is that? Everything around me indicates that it's nightfall, yet just that one spot is lit brightly. It's her house. I look around cautiously as I follow along the butterfly, guiding my path. I timidly step into the spot of sunlight. A sudden gust of wind stirs the air around me, and then everything changes. Omnibus's house. Oh, it's so pretty! The next thing I know, I'm standing in front of a wooden house. The yard is filled with flowers. Everything looks like it's in peaceful daylight, making me almost doubt that I was ever in a forest at night. My bird is reacting to the birds in the game. You hear the birdies? You're gonna talk to them? Oh, now you're not gonna talk to them because, oh, there you go. Yeah, you say hi? I don't think they're gonna, he's like, what the fuck? They're not even speaking properly. I know, it's because they're not real birdies, sweetie pie. They're fake birdies. They're just sounds in a game. He's like all excited. Is this Idea's headquarters? This seems far too peaceful. It doesn't seem like the place where an organization that has been controlling history would be located at all. Did I just hear a dog bark? I thought it was a duck quack. I was like, did I just hear a duck? Bark, quack. Oh my god! Sir Top-O-Mat dog! Oh my god, he's got a little top hat and a monocle! That's adorable! Oh, I bet he speaks too. He looks like he's got a little voice box on him. Anyway, I turn around and see a dog. It's far larger than Cece, almost as tall as me. You're such a big dog. Where did you come from? The dog runs up to me and lowers its head, as if trying to scare me away. It begins shoving its head against my hip, pushing at me. Huh? Whoa! Hey, hey! Like a handsy. Oh! Look, we get to go over here by the little gazebo-y thing. I love it. A little porch. The dog continues to push me toward the house, and I arrive at a terrace at one corner of the building that's so pretty. After nudging me to this place, where a cool breeze blows, the dog runs off, looking satisfied. This is... I hear the sound of something creaking. How long has she been here? A woman is right in front of me, smiling kindly. I know, but you're the leader of an evil organization that stabs people and shit. Like, I know you say you're doing God's work, but it's really creepy and wrong. But you're like such a nice little old lady. And I did not realize, but her apple necklace has the fucking like Libra symbol, like the weights of fate, you know, like little scales. That's it, the scales of justice, or whatever. Like Libra is the scales. That's the first thing I thought of. But you know what I mean, like little scales of justice. Not realize that she was wearing that. That's interesting. It's a nice little detail. Credit to the game designers. You know, because they think they're dueling out justice and shit, but... Welcome. Thank you for coming to such a remote place. I'm sure you're tired from walking. How about some tea? Oh, why are you so nice? You're so sweet and evil. I don't know what to think about you. Oh, it hurts. As if she was expecting my arrival. A tea setting is laid out on a table on the veranda, giving off comforting steam. Omnibus, though I'm momentarily frightened, I glare at her. Saint Germain's life lies in her hands, and she's the very person who wants me killed. No matter how tranquil she may be making things seem, I can't let my guard down. She's such a nice old lady, though. I know, see, this is why I'd be so dead. I would so get stabbed because I'd be like, oh, I was fooled by the nice old lady. Lilith. Lilith, thank you for bringing her here. She speaks to the dog from before. Lilith. The dog barks once in response. Lilith? The dog's name is Lilith? The dog had a monocle and a top hat. It looked like a boy dog. Dude, people really need to stop giving their boy dogs girl names. I don't know. Lilith, a large dog kept as a pet in Omnibus's mansion. An extremely intelligent animal, he acts as if he understands human speech. So his name is Lilith, but he's a boy. Again, Cece and Lilith. What is with giving your dog... Lilith. Thank you, Sally. He's a good dog. The fuck? People are weird. You know what? You just... Now we're done. You just gave your boy dog a girl name and, like... That's what Impey did, and we all know Impey is, like, fucking wrong in so many ways. We love him a little anyway. We still love her, though. We want to be like, no, you're wrong, lady. We're done with you now. But it's like, no, but you're so nice and sweet. And evil. I'm so confused. This whole path confuses me. Like, Saint Germain tried to choke us. Did we like it? I think we liked it. It's weird. It's really weird. It's okay. We forgive him for getting stabby with us. And then, like, Guinevere, you're like, oh, she's evil. Oh, but she's so pretty. Everyone in this path, you're like, oh, but they're so pretty. Look at the nice, sweet little old lady. I'm so fucked. I'm so gonna die, guys. No, my God, we only have one choice to make. And it's the normal path or the bad path, or the good path, but anyway. The dog barks once in response. Okay, I have some important matters to discuss with her now. Lilith, why don't you go back inside? Lilith hurriedly leaves us, following Omnibus's quiet instructions. I hope he's not one of the messengers, because I really don't want Saint Germain to have to kill him, because he's adorable. As I stand there dumbfounded, Omnibus turns back to me and smiles. I didn't think you'd be visiting me here. You have some capable friends. Thanks. Where are they, anyway? I'm assuming it's your... Oh, that was me. Whoops. I'm assuming it's your doing that I've been separated from the rest of them. Yes, you're right. I'm going to have them wander the forest for a little while longer. I've invited you, and only you. No one else. Finding out that the others are all right causes me just to discreetly sigh in relief. But there's no time for me to play along with her. Even as we speak, Saint Germain is growing closer and closer to death. There's one thing I'd like to ask. What's happening to Saint Germain right now? Saint Germain... She swirls the tea in her cup, then looks down at the amber liquid. He has been defeating all the apostles that I sent his way. And now he is fighting Guinevere. Oh my God, he's gonna die. Guinevere? Yes. I don't know how many days they've been at it. A battle between immortals can take a while, but this is especially long. I suppose it goes to show that their skills truly rival one another's. Oh my God, is this a Guinevere CG? Cool! I know firsthand how terrifying Guinevere is. Saint Germain has been fighting such a terrible enemy for days on end. Just imagining what must be transpiring makes my chest ache. Don't worry, their fight will be over soon. Saint Germain's immortality has been reduced to a remnant of what he had before. If he continues to die at this rate, his life force will eventually expire. You say that like it's a good thing! Nice, sweet little nasty old lady. So confused. There's no time. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I grip my fists tightly. I look straight into Omnibus's eyes, which have a strange glow about them. Omnibus, please, help Saint Germain. I'd like you to give back the immortality that you took from him. Huh, wouldn't that be nice? She's so cute! Wouldn't that be nice? You're adorable. I'm not going to do such a thing. I might kill you myself. Tea is poisoned. She takes a sip from her tea with a troubled expression. She slowly pieces her words together as if scolding a stubborn grandchild. He is a traitor who abandoned his mission and killed 4 of his fellow apostles. There is no reason at all for me to extend his vitality. Her reaction is as I'd expected. From the perspective of ideas, Saint Germain turned his back on them. There's no way she would listen to a direct request like this. Threats. Besides, don't you think you should be worrying about your own life? Just like Saint Germain, you are destined to die. That's the only way humanity can be led down the correct path. The correct path? I would choke her. Can you choke her? I bet if you chop her head off, she's not going to come back. I'm just saying. I look up at Omnibus and glare at her, after hearing her one-sided argument. I feel my voice taking a harsher tone, but I have no intention of softening it. Only people in the future will know what the correct path is. What you're talking about isn't what's correct for the sake of the world. It's just what you yourself think is correct.
I only wish that were the case.
Omnibus sighs in response to my threatening tone.
I doubt you would understand. Long ago, I ate of a forbidden fruit that was not allowed to humans.
Oh my god, she Eve?
Doing so gave me a piece of God's knowledge. Ever since then, I have been able to see all the paths that humanity can take. I can't help but see them.
She quietly continues her story. There is no doubt in her eyes, and her voice is matter of fact, speaking only the truth. Now, I stop smoking the fucking mushrooms in your garden, lady. Then you wouldn't have this problem.
I know better than anyone else that humans are capable of so easily taking the wrong path. Because I can see it all, I can't just stand by and do nothing.
So you're saying that's why you created Idea?
Yes, an organization that will lead us forward until the day God saves all of us who are burdened with original sin.
Oh my god. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid!
That is Idea.
My idea is that you fucking nuts, but okay. She smiles slightly, seeing that I'm at a loss for words.
Spacey, you were created as part of a very big plan. We have put an end to Isaac's plan before it could come to fruition, but your very existence is already within the realms of the taboo.
Because I will cause destruction. Is that why you want me to die? Along with Saint Germain?
It's up to you whether you resist or not.
Her response to my desperate question is far from what I would have expected. I look up in surprise, but Omnibus is just staring at me silently.
But just remember this, Spacey. In the past, Saint Germain once placed personal attachment above his mission and disobeyed my orders. Because of his indiscretion,
She makes it sound so naughty that he saved the life of a child.
a third of Europe's population perished.
Maybe that was God's will. Again, Jesus, lady.
Just imagine 1 in every 3 people dead. For example, Lupin, Van Helsing, Victor, and Impe. What would you say if you knew that one of them was certain to die?
All of them are certain to die because this is what happens to humans. Her words wrap around me like some sort of spell. Although she said that I have the choice of resisting, this is no different from a threat.
Saint Germain is about to repeat his foolish mistake. You're just as culpable if you're still trying to live after knowing all of this, aren't you?
My knees grow weak as Omnibus fixes her eyes on me. Don't listen to her! She's a crazy fucking old lady. I loach forward and fall to my knees, hitting the ground with my hands. The earth in my hands reminds me of a sensation I felt before. Really? The earth? This is melty face? That's creepy. That horrible sensation of the poison in these hands burning away at his life. But under that terrible feeling, I also felt a warmth coming from his skin. And if you aren't alive, then neither am I. If your life isn't worth anything, then neither is mine. So please, don't say such sad things. I can't do his voice right anymore. It was so easy when he was just like, you are very funny. But now it's harder when he's being like emotional. I don't know. The feeling of his face as he said that, and his bones and his muscles and the tendons in his face. Gross.
Eh?
I steady my trembling legs and stand up and glare at the old woman. Still, I'm going to reject your predictions. Reject your predictions. Learn how to move your mouth, Spacey. Nothing is certain in this world. I won't believe your prophecy of destruction.
I see. That's quite brave of you. Brave, but foolish.
I don't care if I'm foolish, but I'll have you help Saint Germain no matter what it takes.
Ah, scary. There's no use threatening me. What you see before you is merely an illusion of myself.
You're wrong. There is one way. I put my hand to my chest and take a step closer to Omnibus. The reason you want me dead is because there's a chance I might create something God's forbidden, the Philosopher's Stone.
Yes, that's right. The Philosopher's Stone is a forbidden object that treads on the laws of God. I must eradicate any and all possibilities that may lead to its creation to protect the people of the world.
Then why didn't you kill Victor? Because, and why didn't you kill, okay, here's the thing. If you know the quote-unquote future, you would have stabbed Isaac in the face, but you would have been like, oh, Isaac's never got a chance. Long before he created me. So there you go. All I'm saying, bitch. Don't even. You could have made sure he was never fucking born. Literally could have made sure he was never born. Just saying. I see. Then I suppose I'm a hazard to you. Something you fear.
What are you thinking?
I take a small case out of my pocket. It contains the pendant from Finis. The pendant sparkles under the light.
That's...
For the first time, Omnibus looks surprised. Seeing her so obviously shaken, I speak to her with conviction. With a touch of this pendant, my horologium will be transformed into the Philosopher's Stone. And if the stone is created, I will become a monster who spreads death. Once I become that, no one can stop me, not even your organization, with all your unlimited powers. That's why you're so desperate to kill me. Am I wrong? Look, she's like,
oh, you're such a smart girl.
If you want to avoid that, I take a good look at Omnibus, then quietly but forcefully speak. I want you to accept my conditions. Let Saint Germain live. I know full well that what I'm suggesting right now is a horrible thing. This is a threat under the guise of a negotiation. But instead of bending to the threat... What's so funny?
That isn't really a threat.
She returns my gaze levelly, still smiling.
You understand why, don't you? If you become a true monster, you will kill everything around you and be hated by everyone. You'll only be able to live in absolute isolation. That is something you truly fear. No matter how strong you make yourself sound, you'll never be able to act upon it.
And that's a load of crap, because we'll probably end up dead. That's what would have happened. We died. The poison ate away at us, and we died in Victor's path, so... I'd be like, no, what's going to happen is I'm going to die too. I don't give a fuck. My hand holding the pendant starts shaking at Omnibus's words. Don't give in. I thought I had made up my mind to be willing to give my life going into this. And yet, I've begun to tremble.
You won't be able to become a monster. Do you want to repeat the tragedy of Elaine and Etty?
At the mention of those names, my skin breaks out in goosebumps. I don't even have room in my mind to wonder how Omnibus even knows those names. My memories of the past, when I was accused of being a monster, burn in my heart. And again, if you knew all the paths and blah, 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 and Isaac is going to create this monster, right? You would have killed Isaac long before he created us. You would have killed us long before we killed Elaine and Etty. Just saying. Well, Elaine, we didn't kill Etty, but you'd have killed us long before that. So you let an innocent die because you're full of shit. Checkmate, bitch. I'm out. Mic drop. Pendant to the chest. Killing all you motherfuckers. What? Middle finger, bitch. Out. I'll show you. My memories of the past, when I was accused of being a monster, burn in my heart. But The words escape from my mouth, and I hold the pendant closer to the horologium. Oh, but it's not in the case anymore. Just bringing it slightly nearer causes the crystal in my chest to grow hotter, and the pendant begins to shine.
Are you serious?
I don't care if people hate me for being a monster. I don't care if I truly do become a monster. I don't care if the entire world is against me. The heat of the horologium is almost unbearable. The pain is extreme, like being skinned alive. Like every bone in my body is breaking. My entire body is being rearranged. I struggle to stay on my feet and look at Omnibus, speaking through gritted teeth. If you won't help Saint Germain, I'll become a monster and lead the world to destruction. But if you save Saint Germain, I'll shatter this horologium in my chest myself. Then you'll get what you want. Isn't that right, Omnibus?
You'll shatter the horologium. That will mean your death.
But Saint Germain will survive.
Why would you go so far?
She looks at me shocked, and I turn to her with a gentle smile. Because Saint Germain said that my hands were warm.
Just for something small like that, you're going to give your life.
It's not something small. At least, not to me. I look down at my fists and slowly narrow my eyes. When I first woke up, I was all by myself. All I had were my father's words and this poison-filled body. I didn't think I would ever get the chance to touch someone else. And even though Lupin promised me that he would help me do that, I didn't really believe him. But I touched my cheek with my own hand. Saint Germain touched my hand without hesitation, just as Saint Germain did. He was the only person in the world who accepted me, despite me being the monster that I am. That's why, even if I end up becoming a monster in seclusion, I can withstand the isolation just by thinking of the memory of that one warm touch. Don't underestimate me, Omnibus. I glare at her as I stand my ground against the excruciating pain, and we are so, at time, and, I know I could go longer, but I'm not gonna, so I'm hoping we'll get the decision soon, and we can go down the normal path, and then we'll come back, and then, so we might have, 2 more parts left, because I didn't think this part was gonna go this long, but anyway, I am gonna wrap this up here, because I don't know when we're gonna have a good point, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.